When you're customizing your website, the last page you're probably thinking about is your 404 page, but this page is crucial to a great user experience and giving your website an extra SEO boost. Hi, I'm Shannon from Civ Copy. I'm an SEO website copywriter, and I help small businesses rank higher and resonate deeper so that you're not just getting found, you're getting chosen too. In this video, I'm sharing my 404 page best practices, as well as sharing some examples and showing you what to do and what not to do. Let's talk about why you need a 404 page. So there's about 100% chance that at some point you're gonna have a broken link on your website. We always check for these things and are careful about them, but you're gonna be adding new pages, your business shapes and grows, you update a blog post, you change things here and there, maybe you rebrand your whole website and are relaunching, and then things break. Having a 404 page set up really boosts your customer experience because you're saying, hey, this was a mistake. I know this isn't where you meant to go. Let me help you get back to where you were trying to go. And it also gives you an SEO boost because it helps your client go deeper and deeper into the website. Whereas if they ran into a broken link and it just said, oops, 404 with nowhere else to go, they're probably just going to click off your website and go to the next one. When you customize your 404 page, 3 things happen. You provide a more helpful user experience, you have a chance to show your personality, and you give the visitor helpful resources which are intended to keep them on your site longer, keep them engaged in your content, and help them get where they wanted to go, which Google loves. When people stay on your site longer, it means that they're staying engaged in your content. They like what you're saying, and that makes you more trustworthy to Google, so they're more likely to recommend you in your search results. So that's a lot of ROI for one headline and a few links. Let's look at some examples so I can tell you what's working and what's not. First up is Canva's 404 page. So their headline is just not found 404. Then it says, sorry, the page you are looking for does not exist. Please visit our help center for more information or go back to the Canva homepage. So they do have a link back to the homepage, but there's a couple reasons why I think that this is not doing them any favors. One, there's no navigation on this page. So yes, they can click this link, but if I land here, I'm like, I don't know where to go. So I'm probably more likely to just click out of the page, open a new tab. This is Canva, so they probably get away with it where everybody that's coming to this site wants to engage with the site. So they're just going to try again. But if I'm a small business owner, this is not going to work for me. There's a lot of text that's at kind of competing sizes. I don't really know what to look at first between the logo, the headline, and all of this stuff here. There's some bold colors. There's just a lot happening, so it's a little bit confusing. The main takeaway here is that you want to make it really clear where your customer should go next. Next up is Rogan. This is an e-commerce site, and truthfully, e-commerce sites have not mastered the art of the 404 page. Most e-commerce sites that I came across looking for good and poor examples looked similar to this or functioned similar to this. So it's very bland and they're not making it easy for the user to continue shopping. So what I would do if I was updating this to work better is have a on-brand headline, something that shows personality. Typically, e-commerce brands have a very specific brand voice and guide for that, so they should be following that on this page as well. Everyone should, frankly, but e-commerce brands really are losing an opportunity with that. And then next it says, the page you requested does not exist. Click here to continue shopping. In my opinion, they're just not making it easy for the user to continue shopping. So maybe they have their most popular, hey, maybe you were looking for these and you have some of your most popular products, or if you have a special offer going on, you could have that here as well. So you want to make it super easy for the user to do what they need to do next or point them where you want them to go if they may not be sure. I thought this was kind of funny that Google's 404 page is this. It's just a little bit of text, 404, that's an error. It looks like a little broken robot, which I guess is kind of cute for them. But the thing is with this, it doesn't matter. Google is Google. People are going to go back. They aren't going to be like, I'm frustrated. I can't find what I'm looking for. Let me go to the next thing. So they're going to find their way to where they want to go. But you are probably not Google. You're probably a small business, a service provider, maybe an e-commerce brand, and you're going to want to add some more character and helpful resources on your 404 page. The next is Chobani. So this one is getting better. The first few are pretty poor examples, and this one is a better example because There's just a clear headline. You know that something didn't work and you're at a broken link, but it's very short text. There's something not quite right here. No worries, just head back home. Return to homepage and you can start over. Or the navigation is still intact so the user can get where they need to go. Okay, next up is WordPress. WordPress has a simple, clear 404 page, and whenever you're in doubt, you should definitely prioritize clarity over cleverness. But I wanted to share this one because of the search bar specifically. It can work for some websites like WordPress because they have a massive library of resources on really specific topics that people are probably searching for. So that's great. It works for them. You're going to be looking for a help article or just logging in to utilize the platform. Or you might be looking for pricing, which is all here still. So this functions fine for them, but for most small business owners, the search bar will not be as useful. So even if your visitor knows what they're looking for, the term that they search could lead to another dead end or to a list of resources that they'd just have to sift through again. So that can just feel really daunting to the user, and they may not phrase something the way that you have it on your website. They might not necessarily know what they're looking for specifically if you're just like a service provider or an e-commerce brand again, or something similar. So I would recommend leaving out the search bar. Last but not least, I had to include Showit as my favorite example because if you know and love Showit, you know that their brand voice is a bit cheeky and fun, and that really comes across here. So their support team is known for sending GIFs to people similar to this one. They are kind of funny when you're interacting with them, and this is a really great way to carry that across throughout the website. So like I said, broken links happen. They're going to happen on your site, and there's so many resources on this website that the search bar works for them. You may be looking for their blog, which houses all those help articles and just kind of like guides to market your business on Showit as well. So the search bar is going to work really well for them. You can see that this is just personality driven with the GIF there. And it's clear that something is wrong. This probably isn't, you'll know right away, this probably isn't where you were trying to go, but they don't clearly say like, error, that didn't work, this page is broken. They have fun with it. The headline is, sorry, this is kind of awkward. The page you're trying to view isn't here. So do you want to try the home page? Or maybe you're searching for what you're looking for. Yeah, it's one of those 404 error thingies. So it's just kind of funny. And they give you examples of or kind of resources for where you might want to go. So you can still click the homepage and try again, or you can search their blog right there. So how do you take all of that and make it work for your 404 page? One thing you probably noticed with all of those examples is that all of the content is above the fold. People have landed on this page by mistake. They're not going to scroll around and read the full page and try to search for what they're looking for. You should have everything that they need to know just front and center on the page. I would say at a maximum, the content on this page should be a headline with personality, 2 to 3 helpful resources of where they should go next, and your navigation static at the top of the page. The next best practice I recommend is to skip the search bar. Instead of making them sift through a bunch of resources, just lead them straight to a resource that is most loved on your website or that you think is most helpful for them. If you don't have something like that, you could just lead them to your blog homepage and they can browse around themselves. But either of those options are a lot more direct for the user, kind of leading them where you want them to go, rather than offering a search bar and allowing them to search whatever they want. One bonus final step before publishing: when you're done writing the page and setting it up, make sure you set it to no index or ask Google not to track the page. You wouldn't want this page showing up on Google ahead of one of your primary pages. The chances of that happening are probably slim, but it just knocks it off of Google's radar so that they're not even interested in reading it. I hope this was helpful for you and you feel inspired to customize your 404 page, and I will see you next time.